January 28, 1986. The morning air in Cape Canaveral was unusually cold, a sharp contrast to the fiery ascent scheduled for the Space Shuttle Challenger. On board, 7 astronauts prepared for what should have been a routine mission. However, beneath the veneer of preparedness lay a chilling undercurrent of ignored warnings, buried within the bureaucratic arteries of NASA. The public saw a nation reaching for the stars, a testament to human ingenuity and courage. But within the complex machinery of the space program, a different story was unfolding. This story is not about the astronauts, nor the heroic launch itself, but about a critical piece of paper, a 5-page document that held a dire prophecy, and the hands it passed through. The memo, dated July 31, 1985, was penned by Roger Boisjoli, a key engineer at Morton Thiokol, the company responsible for the shuttle's solid rocket boosters. It wasn't a casual observation. It was a formal, detailed warning about the O-ring seals within the boosters, specifically their performance in cold weather, a condition that would soon manifest. To understand the gravity of Boisjoli's warning, we must look at the context of the Space Shuttle program in the mid-1980s. NASA was pushing for a high launch frequency to justify the shuttle's immense cost and to maintain public and political support. This operational tempo created immense pressure on engineers and contractors to maintain schedules, often at the expense of thorough testing and caution. Morton Thiokol, the aerospace contractor, was particularly strained. Their focus was on fulfilling NASA's demanding launch manifest. This pressure filtered down to the engineers like Boisjoli, who found themselves in a constant battle to highlight potential flaws against a backdrop of schedule adherence and cost-saving imperatives. Boisjoli's memo specifically addressed the O-rings, rubber seals designed to prevent hot gases from escaping the rocket boosters. He had witnessed firsthand how cold temperatures caused these seals to stiffen and fail to reseal properly after ignition, leading to dangerous blow-by events, such as the one observed on STS-51C in January 1985. The memo was a direct appeal, laying out the physics of O-ring behavior in cold conditions and extrapolating the potential for catastrophic failure. It cited data from previous launches, illustrating how temperature fluctuations directly impacted the seal's integrity. The document was not speculative. It was based on observed phenomena and sound engineering principles. The core of Boisjoli's concern was that the shuttle was being launched in temperatures far colder than those for which the O-rings had been rigorously tested and proven reliable. He argued that a significant blow-by event, particularly on launch day with the immense forces involved, could lead to a catastrophic burn-through of the booster casing. The turning point, or rather the moment of failure to turn, occurred during a crucial teleconference meeting on January 27, 1986, the evening before the scheduled launch. NASA managers, eager to proceed, pressed Morton Thiokol executives and engineers for a recommendation on whether to launch. The pressure to launch was immense, driven by schedule and a desire to avoid further delays. During this teleconference, Boisjoli and fellow engineer Arnie Thompson presented their findings and voiced their strong opposition to launching in the predicted freezing temperatures. They emphasized the data from Boisjoli's memo and the risks associated with the O-rings. However, their concerns were met with skepticism and pressure from management to find a way to justify the launch. The decision-making process that followed has been heavily scrutinized. Faced with management pressure, Thiokol executives ultimately overruled the engineers' objections. They sought to find a safe operational envelope for the O-rings, effectively downplaying the severity of the risks articulated in Boisjoli's memo and in the teleconference. Instead of heeding the direct documented warnings, the decision was made to proceed with the launch. The 5-page memo, which had meticulously detailed the potential for catastrophic failure due to cold weather, was effectively sidelined. It became a piece of paper that represented a preventable tragedy, a testament to how critical technical concerns can be lost in organizational dynamics. The human cost of this decision was unimaginable. 73 seconds after liftoff, the Challenger broke apart in the sky. a catastrophic failure of the right solid rocket booster. The O-ring seal, precisely as Boisjoli had warned, failed due to the cold, allowing hot gases to escape and ignite the external fuel tank. The subsequent investigation, led by the Rogers Commission, brought the existence and dismissal of Boisjoli's memo to light. It became a central piece of evidence, illustrating a fundamental breakdown in communication and decision-making within NASA and Morton Thiokol. The memo served as a stark reminder of the consequences when engineering integrity is compromised by external pressures. The Challenger disaster led to significant reforms within NASA's safety culture and its relationship with contractors. The importance of rigorous testing, open communication of risks, and empowering engineers to speak out without fear of reprisal became paramount. The tragic loss underscored the necessity of valuing technical dissent as a vital component of safety. Roger Boisjoli, who had tried to prevent the disaster, was deeply affected by the outcome. He continued to advocate for safety in engineering, often speaking about the moral and ethical responsibilities that accompany technical expertise. His foresight, though tragically unheeded, became a powerful lesson for future generations of engineers and decision-makers. The 5-page memo stands as a somber artifact, a ghost in the machine of technological progress. It represents not just a failure of foresight, but a failure of listening, a critical juncture where a clear warning was met with organizational inertia and ultimately disaster. It serves as a potent reminder that even with the most advanced technology and the brightest minds, the human element, communication, courage, and the willingness to heed difficult truths remains the most critical component of any mission, whether it ventures to the stars or merely contemplates the risks. The story of Boisjoli's memo is a footnote that speaks volumes about the pressures, compromises, and profound consequences that can arise when critical warnings are filed away. It's a testament to the vital importance of understanding not just the mechanics of how things work, but the human systems that govern their operation. Join us next time on Sideways Archive as we delve into another overlooked detail from the annals of history, science, and culture. Until then, remember that the most significant stories are often found in the margins.